honestly, I genuinely, like, the reason, like, usually, like, I would just set up the camera, but oh my god, genuinely, calling, having the idea of not going into work is one thing, and then calling in, my goodness. Ah, I feel so liberated. And, like, I honestly want it to get to a point where I can go into work knowing that I'm going home back to something, you know? I'm not, going, I don't want to be at a retail job for the rest of my life. I don't want to be going there all the time and just, that's it. And, like, I'm just, I can't do it. I can't, I'm not comfortable with knowing that me going back to work and I haven't, I've done stuff, but, like, it's like, I'm gonna bring you guys more on my table and actually start speaking and, like, but it's just, I needed to record the actual moment, the raw like, the actual raw, like, feeling after, and it's like, it's liberating, but fucking hell, mate. Something else. We shouldn't have to feel like this. No, we shouldn't. Nice. So, bear in mind, guys, I'm still wearing white. Loki, this is the fit. This is the fit. Oh! Okay. So, where shall we begin? Yeah, I literally, as I was, like, cleaning my space, cleansing my room, talking to my ancestors, cleansing my altar, making myself some breakfast, doing my makeup, I was looking at the time, invisible watch, on my phone, and I'm like, bro, if I went to work, yeah, none of that. And it's like, we gotta put ourselves first. I don't care, girl. Honestly, we gotta put ourselves first. That is the only thing that should matter at this divine sacred time. Putting yourself first, making sure that what you have to do to fulfill your destiny is coming to fruition. It's part of the prophecy. Sorry, not sorry. And it's like, when I was literally, anything that I was doing, like even putting the bread where it was supposed to be, that bread, even putting, lighting the candles individually upon my altar, me lighting the particular incense for the goddess today. She likes patchouli, It's like, to make sure my cards, the tarot cards, everything is cleansed, making sure even I've got my mascara. I was thinking, this is why I shouldn't be going to work. And I don't know what I'm going to name the title of the video yet, but it's going to be, like, obviously on the, like, subject of work. So, but technically this isn't my first day doing this. This has been my, like, 5th time calling off. And, like, throughout the week, and I work one day per week, so, like, you can imagine that. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's like, I basically haven't been working this whole entire month, and then obviously coming up to November, I'm really taking it day by day. Even if I do go back, which is not what is on the agenda, that's not what I want to manifest. It's just, I have to take it day by day. And, there might be some days when I go back, and then there's some days where I'm not there. It's just a flow. flow, and this is right now. I'm not going to be speaking about the future. I'm speaking about the present moment and what is happening now. And what is happening now? What the sacred tapestry revealed to me, and it's, you know, this is art. Well, I say art, but this is my destiny. This is my destiny to speak on this camera and talk about spirituality, and not just a topic, various topics and various conversations. And yeah, and it's like it all forming into balance, it all forming into one. And it's like I am very grateful for you guys following me on this journey. I'm basically showing you my journey, and it's like it's scary. It is fearful, because it's like I am, you know, doing something that is completely outside my comfort zone. You know, something that is not exactly what I usually do. I'm usually a more logical thinker, and now just like completely trying to be more independent in my sovereignty. So, yeah, I feel good. It's just now about unpacking and unfolding. So what should we talk about? Gonna have to think about that. Let's talk about the elements, okay? Talking about the elements, quite frankly, is, you know, something that I don't just take with a grain of salt. Let's say I find it to be something very, you know, worth sharing. And the elements: fire, earth, water, and air, they all are elements within themselves, but when they are together, that in harmony, when they are together within you in harmony, that is when you can reach a place of quintessence. And in that quintessence, you can expand your energy, expand your consciousness, connect to other worlds and realms, like the fairies, like the creatures and the spirits of earth, you know, reaching as high as the sky, burning with ambition, like with the golden flame, right? And yeah, it's like I feel like meditating on one element, you know, you could give yourself a few weeks, a few days on just the one element. For some people, you could do it in the same day. For other people, you might just want to, you know, be on just the one element and just really feel that element until you can move on to the next. It doesn't have to be tedious, you know, whatever naturally flows. For me, what naturally flows is just working with them all simultaneously at once, but I wouldn't recommend that for someone that hasn't done it before. So, yeah. But working with the elements, it brings gratitude, it brings forgiveness, it brings understanding, it deepens your connection with yourself and everybody else too, but also your ancestors, because that's where they resided, where they came. For some, not all, you know, whatever floats your boat. However, our bloodline has come from the earth, the sacred earth, or through the flames, or in the water, and coming down from the skies. So, obviously, everyone has an element that they feel more drawn to. I'm not really going to give that information. I'm pretty sure you guys could figure it out. yourselves if you really want to know mine. But I don't want today to be just a, just this subject, and it's just that, and oh my god, sorry, I don't think. No, spirituality is an open conversation, is a collective. So one thing goes to the other, and if you are also going through the similar type of journey as me, which if you are, ashe. However, if you are wanting to leave your job or wanting to quit your job and you are finding it difficult as someone of spirituality or spiritual authority, we have to use our gifts. And quite frankly, I used to shrink my gifts personally, and I used to think that my gifts weren't as strong as others and, was not as, valuable. But then I started realizing I'm literally changing people's lives. And that is through personal experiences that I have had physically in the world, not online, physically in real life. And I started to realize that my words of wisdom is not just bringing change, but it's bringing prosperity to others. So, hello, if I'm bringing prosperity to other people, hello, I'm just going to keep doing that. Do you know what I mean? Because that is just so fulfilling, first of all. So fulfilling that my words can actually change someone's life. Or can actually help people realize their own perspective. Or change perspective. Do you know what I mean? Literally, it just takes a few good words, a few kind words, and hooray! $1 million, £1 million. Do you know what I mean? That's how much I am. Do you know what I mean? That's how worth I am. Do you know what I mean? My ballet teacher. Oh my god. I literally. Oh wait. Also, while we're on the subject, there's no other way to mention it other than in the present moment, because, ow! I just scratched the spot behind my back. Oh. Ow! But like, oh my goodness, that hurt. Okay, my ballet teacher, right? Every time I have a ballet class with him, he will, not always, but there will be moments where he says, "You know how much my leg is? £10,000. You see this head work? 20,000. He literally knows his worth to a T, and I love that. And that is also, he started to also, thank you also Ben for, I'll see you Thursday. Literally tomorrow, what? Oh, but yeah, no. Also, if you want to know who Ben, if you want to see more into that about my ballet stuff, I will. Oh, that's another thing. But yeah. So yeah, he just, the way I'm just using him as an example because he actually is a good example of worth. He knows his worth to a T, babes, and he points it out quite clearly. And I love that because, we need to know our worth, guys. And that's how I feel with my words, with my energy, me. And there's literally no point me going to a place that is literally sucking my energy dry. We have all spoken about these things, even in real life. We've all had those conversations when it's like vampires sucking the life out of you. Hello? That is literally also working our asses off just to be getting paid under what we actually deserve. So it's like, you know what? I have been so focused and heavily devoted to my spiritual path that I've actually detached from money. Like, I just don't care about money. But it's like, we live in an earthly world where money is obviously needed. So it's like, but in my reality, obviously I would like to attract money in other ways that isn't so much on the precipice of that tendency of working like that. Like, I want to work like this, or, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not really going to go into it like that because also I'm just experiencing this now. I'm changing now. And I want you guys to also take this video as a leap of faith too. Like, change with us, change with me. Come on, let's do this. Let's flap our wings and fly. And let's pull a card, because I feel like I'm waffling now. The resolution of difficulties, a weight lifted off your shoulders to the end of an addiction or codependency. So yeah, talking about that too, like, you know what this video is just going to be speaking about? You know, there's no subject involved. I'm literally in control. Like, I'm literally getting out of the whole I'm letting go of control. So, yes, this video is just what it is and what it will be. And we are in harmony. We are in harmony with the 4 elements. I was addicted to vape, and I was addicted to other things too, like, do you know what I mean? And like, yeah, just like things that it's not good for you, I'm gonna be truly honest. And it's like, I have been smoking for 18, 19, for 4 years. For 4 years. And not all like every single day. There were some months where it was every single day, and then there was other months where it wasn't. But that doesn't really matter anyway. But it's like, me getting out of that habit too. Oh my goodness. Literally, it just gets easier. It feels like it doesn't though when you're first doing it. The first few times, I literally had to like vape, quit, smoke, quit, smoke, quit. I would have to keep on smoking to keep on quitting, if that makes sense. Like, weird. But like, I had to really make sure that I was getting pissed off at it, you know? And like, I can't even remember. Like, this is the thing, like, you're not really supposed to, like, when you quit, it's not like, the intention isn't to go back, but it's like, just keep quitting. Even if you have it in your hand, just like, keep quitting, because then you will eventually just quit. And you won't go back. And then if you do go back, just like, just quit. Like, just stop. Like, even if you pay for it, just like, because one time I bought it, like, spontaneously. And I was like, oh, I'll just have it for tonight. And then for literally throughout the night, I was like, I quit. Like, I don't want it anymore. Like, it's pissing me off. So it's like, yeah, like, don't obviously be too hard on yourselves, because if I could go back in time, I would just be a bit more gentle with myself. But like, hey, for me, I had to go for extreme measures to make sure that I wanted to stop, and I had to be a teacher and parent to myself, and basically yell and stuff at myself, because, yeah, no, it's not cute. I'm sorry. Like, for me, anyone can do what they want to do. Literally, everyone can do what they want to do, but for me, that was not cute. Because I'm prone to getting, you know, I mean, not anymore, actually, but I just have to be careful with my health, you know, because health is wealth. I love how it's raining outside. Just all the impurities are disappearing. Also, there's purple in my eyelashes, but I don't know if you can see. I won't move the camera because I like the way it is right now. But yeah, like the occult, like, oh, like, yes, like the occult, like talking about like how to get rid of like spirits, and like how to invoke energies, and how to like do some spells, and just like, you know, just like to do alchemy, and like, you know, to pull some cards, and, you know, scry and script and chant and sing and be feminine and use our masculine, and, you know, in immediate action, a challenge you can successfully manage a passionate relationship. Like, oh, I love this for you guys. I love how there's going to be an immediate action, a challenge you can successfully manage a passionate relationship. You know, if you're going through a relationship, you know, Ashe. And it's like, yeah, it's like I want to make this YouTube channel especially a place of the divine, a sacred tapestry, a sacred place, the temple, the altar, you know? A place where we can talk all things spiritual and not be afraid of the backlash, the things that could arise from talking about some particular things, whether it's like religion or whatever. Like, yeah, in this space, no, everything, you know, will stay in this space and will be protected in this space. And all concerns of spiritual difficulties will be mentioned also here. Whether that's like money blocks, beauty draining, siphoning, how to protect, how to cleanse, how to banish, how to elevate, how to heighten the frequency, how to charge your crystals, how to make amulets, pendants. Look, so I've got this one. How to make, how to make your own magical pendant. Like, I didn't make the actual like pendant itself, but you know what I mean, like imbuing it with energy and like being able to make your own sigils and how to manifest in more cosmic ways and using elements, and also guided meditations and light language, and even a bit of shadow language, like, because we all like doing a bit of shadow work, and like how to contact the divine, how to talk to, you get it, you need, yeah, like literally all the spiritual things. The scroll. I know a lot of things about the spiritual paths, okay? The chakras, the zodiac, the astrological spheres, the gates, the houses, the solar planets, the spirits, different spirits of seen and unseen, even the angels, even the spirits that are down below, TMI. We walk in light. I walk in truth. That's what I know. Also, time. The power of time, the manifestation of it as well, how to turn the time backwards, time really shouldn't be played around with. The cycle of time should be left alone. However, I do know a few things to go back in time. If that's what really one needs and wants, if they need it for their spiritual journey, or it would benefit them in a way, I could, there's a few things that I can do that, you wouldn't probably get from your stereotypical person. I like the genie in the bottle, like we're inside the bottle right now, do you get it? So it's like, name the wish and it will come true. Okay? So yeah, even though I'm kind of like going off into different topics, and like, I'm letting go, I'm free, but the time talking about time is going, and I want to make sure and reassure everyone that, I'm very grateful, and it took me a while to get here, and I've countless of trying and and trying, but this is it. And yeah, and I'm going to try and incorporate, I say try, but I will incorporate more spirituality on my other platforms, but it'll be getting there, because I feel like I'm kind of rotating differently on some other platforms. So yeah, it's all just a real amount of time really, and just like whenever I want to really do it, and like whatever I want to incorporate. However, what I know on this platform is that it's all going to be spiritual. So, yeah, there's not going to be any false play here. So, this is how I want it to go, and this is how I feel like it will go, because we are divine, and one thing that I've learned in this 16 years of life, I don't know if you guys have still seen that. Okay, right. Anyway, let me be careful, because those weren't my words. So, no, but for as long as I've been on this earthly realm, fear holds us back in all different shapes and forms and sizes, right? And no one can actually deny that. So, with that said, I'm not fearing anymore what I'm going to say on this channel, because worst case scenario, that someone just doesn't agree with it, but that's, you don't have to click. But when there's millions of people that will agree with what I'm saying, and also, you don't have to necessarily agree with what I'm saying. It's just a perspective, because this is my reality, and I'm opening myself up to that, and let's hope that we can work together and collide and collaborate and connect with the divine. Confidence, success, victory, being one with the deities. Charming. Royalty. Liberation. Truth. Truth. The spirit. Oya. Eshu. Umoja. Ogun. Shango. And all the spirits, the 7 African powers of Nigeria. Rainbow. Celestial forms. Grow. Plant the seeds. Nurture. Protect. Nurture. Protect. Connect. Save. Children. Illuminate. Okay, guys, on to the next video. I'll see you on the next video. I'm so happy. Fudge work, bro. Fudge work. I am work. Work needs me. Do you know what I mean? Like, fudge work, bruv. More on our destiny, our truth. Excalibur! Sword of Light. Magical Girl Theory! Oh. Okay. See. Okay. No, let me channel my high self. This is what I'll also be teaching too. Thank you for watching this video. I will see you on the next. Let's elevate our present and look beyond the horizon. I cannot wait to see you very soon, and we can achieve the impossible too. Ashe! Goodbye. Lots of love. Sweet dreams. Good morning.